Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. One of this painful thought process during the separation with your twin flame is how do we really move from separation to union and also manifest the marriage with your twin flame. I know this is really challenging at times because the separation phase, become very challenging and very traumatic. And I know different people in this journey has a different experiences, and most of the time you really don't know how to navigate, can get stuck and finding it difficult, and then also like finding it really like cannot move forwards, and most of you may even think about quitting this journey. But quitting is not really possible because once you are in, you are in. You don't feel, or you cannot really move out of this because your soul desire this, so you cannot really move out of this. And the one mistake everyone does is treating the twin flame relationship as a soulmate relationship. So soulmate relationship is basically like, because you need to get married or you want a partner to live with. So that's where most of the people or the most of the relationship, what we see around, because you are in need of a partner, you are in need of someone who can understand you, whom you can spend your life with or you can spend your time with. And that person, if you feel as a comfortable or a compatible partner, then usually we end up in marrying the person or living with that person. But the twin flame relationship is not really a soulmate relationship. Why? The only reason is because twin flames are like you are one soul, you are one consciousness of the DNA. So you are basically like one at the soul level, and there is no separation between you and your twin flame. When I say there is no separation, is at the consciousness level, there is no separation, even though you see as two different bodies in external or in outside reality. But from your inner level, your inner soul, you both are one, because you can feel the person, you can actually know telepathically like what the person is feeling or thinking, because at the core you're one. But in a soulmate relationship, they are like two different people. There is no inner level connection. It's like you are separate in all aspects. Like, so it's easy in this reality of the earth to relate to someone totally different, totally opposite of yours. Because the reason is like we have been tuned and trained in our brain, because opposite pole attracts, right? So because if there is a negative and positive, it can get attracted. But if it is positive positive or negative, it really get repelled from each other. So this is what happens between soulmate and the twin flame relationship. So when you treat twin flame as a soulmate, what happens is like you try to do all those tricks which you can apply in a soulmate relationship. For example, you can manipulate the person, you can actually gain sympathy, you can actually put some really like loving words, or if you like pour love into the person, that person still can get attracted to yourself, attracted to you. But in a twin flame, what happens when we apply all these techniques, he or she, your twin flame, will repel from that, because you pouring love to someone, uh, you pouring love to your twin flame is actually you are taking from yourself and giving to outside, right? So what happens in this case is like when you do that, you are emptying yourself inside and giving it outside, so the person also feel the same thing. So all he or she feels is like they are getting empty, they are draining off, So they really cannot take your the love you are pouring onto them. Then what happens is like they just repel from there. They actually run from that because they have a feeling of like, I need to run from here, or I need to be away from here. That's why most of the runner chaser situation comes in, or your twin flame actually ending up blocking you or not communicating with you in any sort of like being a silent treatment, or be it like ignorance or anything. And also, when you try to manipulate, it doesn't work. When you do manipulation, what happens, or trying to earn sympathy, uh, because you both are one, right? So you trying to earn sympathy is because they don't really feel anything. They just feel that, they feel at the inner level like probably like it's not really something resonating with, because they don't want you to kind of move into a sympathetic mode or a manipulative mode, because they just don't accept that. So treating twin flames as a soulmate relationship template is never going to work. So treating twin flames as a soulmate relationship template is never going to work. And another point in this journey is the most fundamental part of the journey, or why this journey has been given to you. It is for your own change, your own transformation. Because to be in union with your twin flame, you don't have any other option than changing you, the current way you were operating, your patterns you were operating so far. So you really need to change those things, because you have to be a complete person in yourself. So the way we were being programmed is being always incomplete. Then we try to seek that completeness, or the balancing act with someone else. It's always like, I don't have this, you, so why don't you give me? And that's why we do with every relationship, whether it is a parents or siblings, or even with friends. We always see like, okay, I'm not feeling good, so let me talk to someone, let me like spend time with someone, so that they can fill you, they can give you. So in this process, what both the parties are doing is like they are giving from themselves to the other person. Like when you're with your friends, you're giving to them, they are giving to you, but it is not actually equalizing, right? You're taking from yourself and giving, they are also doing the same thing. So you always feel incomplete, you never will get completed in that relationship. That's what actually happened when your twin flame is also married to someone else than their twin flame than you, because they feel that the other person can complete them, but it never happens. They always run into the loop of being incomplete or being empty. So at the end, then the relationship has to fall off. But in a twin flame relationship, because you are the one who completes you, you are the one who gives everything to you. So you're always in completion, you're always feeling good, you're always being at peace. So when there is a peace and there is a happiness and there is a joy, everything works out. Then that is a stage of you attracting everything to you. So when you look at the twin flame journey, it's all about you change, transform, and get into your being in your completion. So then the things started attracting to you, whether it is maybe money, whether it is good relationships like friendships, or people, or maybe job, or anything. But then eventually that gets attracted by eventually, like your twin flame also will get attracted by that. So the journey, why it is also feeling or looks as like very dramatic and traumatic and also tough, is because it's a journey towards yourself, something you need to work on yourself, something you need to really take actions. You cannot sit idle and say that someone else will do things for you. No, it never happens. You have to do for yourself, you have to take actions, you have to heal yourself, you have to change yourself, you have to transform yourself. So anything you have to really put effort in a tangible way, it's always tough according to this reality or the patterns. But when you look at it, it's the most easiest, because you don't have to expect someone else to change. You don't have to change the world. You don't have to ask for people around you to change. You just need to change yourself, which is the easiest one, because the power is in you, the action is in you, the choice is in you. So then it becomes the most easiest one. So once you understand what is the twin flame template, the relationship template is, and how you really have to deal with that, then the journey becomes easy. Until you don't understand this, you feel this is really complicated and this is really tough and it's very difficult to move through. But it is also a phase. There is a phase for you to move, navigate, and then understand. So most of this time is like an ascension coach is the one who really support and can help and guide you to the right path. Because whenever a lot of pain and hurts comes in, there is a possibility that we just forget everything and falling into something not really right in this journey. So then an ascension coach, if you're working with, can really help. So I invite you to explore my webpage and look at if something you feel as I can be a help and contribution. So I will be very happy to support you. And I'm also in this journey, so definitely, like, someone already going and walking through this journey is the best person to understand you than someone else, who doesn't know about this or just heard about it. Someone who experienced can really a great support. So comment and contact me if you really need a support, or talk to me, and I'll be happy to help. So see you in the next video.